Welcome to the Breakup Recovery Podcasts by your host, Barbara Stevens. Discover the wisdom and remarkable insights of Barbara Stevens, breakup recovery mentor, author, and public speaker. Barbara offers programs and solutions for any breakup so you can turn your life around, create lasting changes for the better, and embrace life again.
Hello and welcome to Breakup Recovery Podcasts. I'm Barbara Stevens and I'm a breakup recovery mentor. This is episode number 066, How to Stop Feeling Lonely and Isolated After a Breakup. For some people, all they want to do after a breakup is to stay away from everybody, stay at home, not talk to anybody, and not deal with anything. Work and home are the only places they want to be at. It's understandable. A breakup can leave you feeling shattered and devastated. It can suck the energy right out of you. You feel like you are running on empty. You have barely enough in the reserve tank to get you through each day without having to deal with your breakup. There are so many moving parts associated with a breakup, so many decisions to be made, so many changes going on in your life, it can be overwhelming. You have told the people you want to tell about your breakup. You don't need to tell anybody else. You don't want to relive the story, all the whys, the whats, and the hows to everybody that you see or come in contact with. But that seems to be what people ask you about. You don't know how to escape the questions, the queries, and the issues and problems. It can be painful and just something you don't want to do but feel you have to do when you are in social events because people ask you about your breakup, how you're doing, where are you living now. The subject just keeps popping its ugly head up whether you want it to or not. It can be so draining to keep reliving the whole breakup story. Half the time you don't even know what you're thinking, what you are going to do, what steps you need to take. You are just surviving and getting through each day the best way you can. So you decide that staying away from everybody is going to be the best option for you. That way you are in the comfort of your own home. You can do what you want to when you want. You tell people you just need some time alone, and mostly they understand, or get that you need this in order to get through your breakup. However, with the pain of a breakup comes the journey through the other side, and in between, among other things, is a mixture of feelings, memories, and thoughts, which are mainly painful to endure. And for most of us, getting through a breakup cannot be done in the comfort of your home, without the help of family, friends, and in some cases, professionals. Shutting people out doesn't necessarily mean staying in your home, excluding yourself from everybody and social events. It could also be you doing this in a social environment. It's like a defense mechanism you use to protect yourself from further emotional distress, like using your body language and the tone of your voice to isolate others, making sure they have no further contact with you or include you in any further conversations or ask you out to other events. It can be a deliberate action on your part or a subconscious thing you do to protect yourself from further hurt. Isolating yourself is an unhealthy practice, and if you continue with this habit, you will find that you no longer have joy in your life. Your thoughts can become destructive, your stress levels can increase. You can easily retreat further and further into your own world and deepen your depression, and no one will know about this as you have made sure that everybody keeps their distance from you. There are some positives for isolation. It's a time for deep self-examination and to self-analyze. It can be a time that you get some me time to sort out what you are thinking, what you are feeling, and what you can do to get from this place of helplessness into a more positive frame of mind. But this takes a very well-motivated person, one that can stay on track with the issue, and see how to work out the necessary steps that need to be taken in order to move forward after a breakup, and actually put those actions into place. The majority of people fall into the trap of dwelling on the past and delve deeper into a depressive state of mind as they continually go through the breakup, what has gone wrong, what has been said, and how painful and how awful and unpleasant the whole breakup experience is. Another positive for isolation is when you make this time a productive one. Read a book you have always wanted to read. Start a hobby you have always wanted to start. Meditate or do some yoga and Pilates. But when you are doing these activities, you need to make sure you are not constantly thinking about your breakup. You want to clear your mind so the answers can come through. However, the negative impact of staying isolated far outweighs the positives. If you don't leave your home, if you decide that it is better for you to continue staying locked away from everybody, withdrawing from society and isolating yourself, then this cycle can lead to a depression and anxiety, as I've previously mentioned. Depression can deepen as your thoughts of sadness and gloom stop you from moving forward and dealing with all the emotions you need to go through and deal with in order to move forward after your breakup. Withdrawal from the rest of the world, if left too long, can damage you and erode your self-esteem. The longer you leave re-entering the world, accepting invitations to go out, the harder it is going to be on you. You will second guess whether you can hold a conversation, what people are saying and thinking about you, if they will still ask you about your breakup and how you are going to respond. The longer you leave it, the more you will doubt if you can take the necessary actions and steps to get through your breakup, because you have entered the cycle of depression and don't know how you are going to get out of it. You will start to self-doubt whether you are capable of finding another partner or rekindling the friendships you have let slide. Isolating yourself often magnifies the problems you are having. You aren't getting any contact with others to clarify your situation. You aren't getting any other perspectives about your problems, your issues, your disputes. So you are getting deeper into despair and anguish. Your inner critic tells you things are getting worse. The more the cycle continues, the harder it is going to be to motivate yourself to take the necessary actions to move forward. If you don't, you may have feelings of loneliness and a disconnect with the rest of society. One of the first tips I want to share with you today is to make sure you are having contact with someone, a family member or a trusted friend you can spend time with. Make sure that you are having regular contact at least 3 to 4 times a week with this person. You don't have to talk about your breakup and the way you are feeling if you don't want to. It could be a meeting in a coffee shop, their place, the mall, and the library. It could be going for a walk, a run, or a bike ride. You don't have to meet up with them every time. It could be talking on the phone or FaceTime. But make sure you are having contact with this person at least 3 to 4 times a week. Join a group, a place where you have something in common with other people. It could be a meet-up group, an online group, a group that meets for dinner once a month, a book club, a sporting team. Being part of a group has meant survival in past times, so being around others is part of our existence. It feels natural. Volunteer at your local neighbourhood centre, shelter, school, or organisation that you know needs people to give their time. Volunteering not only helps you to get out of your home, but also connects you to other people. It brings a purpose into your life, something that you can look forward to each week. Start exercising, join a gym, and attend some classes or do some weights. Begin each day with a walk or a jog. It has been proven that exercise reduces negativity and anxiety. It releases feel-good endorphins and improves self-confidence. Keep your mind active and try to do some puzzles, crosswords, Sudoku, jigsaw puzzles, things like that. Challenge your inner critic. Face your limiting beliefs head on and step outside your comfort zone. Start to take the steps for you to reconnect with the outside world. Take the necessary actions to attend social functions you have been asked to attend. If you feel uncomfortable in accepting invitations, ask a friend to come with you, a social buddy that will help you through the first couple of times you go out. Have a mantra ready for when those self-doubt thoughts come into your mind. It might be, I am ready and willing and able to attend any function I am asked to. I see myself as beautiful, lovable, and appreciated. I am proud to be me. Show yourself kindness. Don't expect that you are going to return to the way you were before your breakup in 1 week. This process of going through and dealing with your breakup takes time and energy. It is a work in progress. If you feel that you are still struggling with your breakup, if you are experiencing intense feelings of anger, resentment, and bitterness, and it is taking over your life, I'm here to help you in this area of moving on and coping after your breakup. I work with my clients one-on-one through my mentoring program. If you want to learn more about how we can work together, contact me via email or my Facebook page, Barbara Stevens Breakup Recovery Mentor, and book in for my free 30-minute sounding board session, and we can set up a time that suits. In this free session, you will walk away with clarity about your situation, strategies and tools to start building the future you deserve. So together, we can start your journey of recovery. All my information is on my website, www.barbarastevens.com.au. If you don't want to miss an episode of Breakup Recovery Podcast, subscribe on iTunes, and I would appreciate it if you could take the time to write a review and rate the podcast. Also, feel free to message me with any questions that you have about Breakup Recovery podcasts or subjects that you want me to cover in future podcast episodes by clicking on the contact button of my website or my Facebook page. I'm always looking for ways to help you recover from your breakup. And the last thing I'd like to say is, be gentle on yourself. You deserve happiness.
If you would like to hear previous Breakup Recovery podcasts, visit barbarastevens.com.au. Connect with Barbara Stevens on social media with Barbara Stevens Breakup Recovery Mentor on Facebook and at You'll Be Okay on Twitter. Read further blogs, view webinar replays, and download your free ebook, 3 Easy Steps to Surviving Your Breakup, and much more at barbarastevens.com.au.